Welcome students of standard 10. In the previous video, there was a slight mistake that I forgot to write public static void main. Please remember one thing, whenever we try to invoke the methods in a class or outside the class, we take the help of main method. So main method is compulsory whenever you write this. So let's move on to the next today's topic. In today's topic, I have given a question here. The question is class name parent, instance variables or the global data members, int x which represents a 3-digit number. Then member methods, void input to accept a 3-digit number, void display to check and print whether x is a palindrome. I hope you know the meaning of palindrome. That means the reverse of a number equals the number itself. Then we have a write main method to create object and call or invoke the above methods. So this is one question over here where we have without argument, without return, without argument and without return. So in the main method, I hope you all know how to post them. So let's see the solution. This is the solution here. Import java.util.star class palin int x, then static scanner equal to new scanner system.in. Look at this function void input. The void input function over here is to accept a 3-digit number. X is equal to sc.next int. Remember, since you have already written the data type, there is no need of repeating the data type out here. Then the next function is your void display. So in the void display part, you have to check and display whether it is palindrome or not. So with that, we have taken a copy variable, that is y. Do not manipulate x, because if you write x over here and you manipulate x results to 0, then you cannot compare. So use the copy variable for manipulation. So here y is greater than 0, a is equal to a is for extracting the digit, r for taking out the reverse of the number, okay. Finally, r will store the reverse of the number, y is reduced to 0 finally, and then as it is 0, the condition fails, comes out, the control moves out to this particular loop, compares. If the reverse of the number equals to the original number, then it is a palindrome, otherwise not a palindrome. Then posting, how you are invoking, how you are calling the functions from the main method. Create an object, palin ob equals to new palin, ob.input, because it is without argument, without return. Same thing, display also without argument, without return, so ob.display. So this is your first question. Now the same question I have modified in the second page, that is the next page. Look at this. Same palin program, I have made it separately. Okay, so you can expect these type of programs in the exam. So class name is palin, int x, a 3-digit number again. Now I have used a function accept by the name for inputting, for entering the values, and I have used a parameter in this case. Earlier we never used to use the parameter, now we have used a parameter. Okay, so you can get this type of question as well. When the parameter is given, what you are supposed to do, that is to assign x using y. Then int reverse, it returns the reverse of x. Whatever the number that we take, it will return the reverse. Void display, it checks and prints whether x is palindrome or not. Now in addition to that, I have written another one here, that is the write main method to create object of palin class and call all its methods from another class called drome. Now this time we are trying to invoke the functions of, that is accept, reverse or whatever it is, all these 3 functions from another class called drome. Okay, so let's see the solution in this regard. So here we go. This is the solution here. Import java.util.star class palin int x scanner we have taken over there as a static. Then accept function int y. Now look at here. You have the global data members on the left side and the parameter on the right side. This is how we assign value to x. Then reversed. Now in this case, the data type of reverse is int. That means it is other than void. As I told you, the presence of void means that the function does not return any value. So here, since there is other than void, that means it shows that function is going to return a value. In other words, the function is going to use the return keyword. So int z is equal to x. Again, I have taken over here a copy variable called z. Rev I have taken for reverse, a for the digit. A equal to z, while z is greater than 0, a equals to z modulus 10, that is to extract the digit. Find the reverse of the digit here, reduce the number. So we have reduced a copy of the number, okay, not x. As I told you, the disadvantage of using x. If I use x, that means the global data member x will become 0. So you won't be able to compare with x later. So now what happens? Here, this is the part over there. That is what we are doing is return the rev value. So where it will get, where it will go? It will go from where the function reverse has been called. As you notice, the function reverse has been called from another function called display. Now look at this display. So here what happens? Rev, we cannot write rev over here. Rev equals to x. Why? The reason is rev, being a local variable, has its own scope within the function. Outside the function, rev being a local variable, loses its data type, loses its value. And that means, in other words, it loses its significance. So it has no value as such when I bring it over here. Therefore, simply call the function. Reverse function you call, whatever the value is being solved in the reverse function, that is the reverse part of x, will return out here. This will be replaced by the reverse and then compare with x. After comparing, we find palindrome and it's not a palindrome. Then, now you see what happens. Now how to invoke these functions. So when you are invoking these functions, you should also know that which function is to be invoked. So I have written the class drone. So before that you close the class over here. That is the end of the class paling. Now we have a drone class. Class drone, now within the main function, as I have already told you that last video I had missed out writing this one. Please do write it on your own. And then what happens? Palin OB equals to new palin. Call the class, create an object of the class that you are going to implement. Okay, the functions. So you enter a 3-digit number, int p equal to sc dot next int, and then since here accept is what? With argument and without return. So ob dot accept and p, that is here. Now instead of writing this, I can simply write ob dot accept and write any number of your choice. This also can be done. So if you want to write an argument, you write this way. If you want to write a variable, if you want to pass actual parameter, then in this case you accept the parameter, the variable, and pass the variable as a parameter, as an actual parameter. This can be done. Now after accept, straight away we move on to display. As I have already told you that display contains a reverse function. So reverse function is being called from display. As I gave you an example over there about the copy and the pen. Suppose my hand is a display function, and pen here, the stylus is what you call reverse function. So if I want to lift, what happens if I lift my hand? Automatically the pen is also, or the stylus is also lifted. That means, in other words, if I want to invoke the reverse function, I can straight away call what you call display function. So when display function is called, reverse is automatically called. Whatever the value is there for the number, it's reversed and it goes back to the display. So indirectly we are calling reverse as well. So whenever you call the function from within another function, then there is no need of invoking that particular function, the child function. You can invoke the parental function, and that can be, that's how the program or the problem can be solved. Then you go on to the next one. There's another question here. Please look at the question. Class coprime. You might have studied in maths. Int x, y, two positive integers. I have kept 3 functions. Void read to accept x and y. Int SCF returns the SCF or the GCD of x and y. I have taught you 3 methods in standard 9. Please remember, go through those chapters, the loop chapter. Void print checks and prints whether x and y are co-prime or not. That is, the SCF or the GCD of both x and y should be 1 only. For example, 3 and 5, or 2 and 4, 3 and 4. Okay, so here one thing you have to keep in mind, as maths tells us, that all prime numbers are co-prime, but all co-primes need not be prime. Like for example, 3 and 4, their HCF is 1. They are co-prime numbers. Okay, but they are not prime number. Remember, 3 is prime, but 4 is not prime. Okay, so now what happens here? Write main method to create object and call the above functions. So let's see the solution here. Let's see the solution. This is what the co-prime class looks like. Okay, with the instance data members, scanner object, then the first function read. We have to accept 2 numbers. So you accepted 2 numbers. Then what happens? Int HCF. So HCF is called. HCF is called. I am using the prime, the factorization method. Here h is equal to 0. For int I equal to 1 and less than equal to x, you can also write y instead of x, I plus plus. X modulus I equal to 0 and y modulus I. That means I is the common factor of both x and y. So if it is a common factor, which divide x and y both together, they giving the result as 0 in both the cases. In such case, value of I will get stored into h. So return h, and then what happens? Call the print function. So that means int, that is HCF function is returning to the place where it has been called, and it has been called over here. So therefore, what happens here is, when you have an HCF, that is print function, simply straight away what happens? Just check over there. If call the function HCF function is equals to 1, that means whatever the value it is returning the HCF of x and y. So as a result, what happens? It checks if it is 1, then it is what happens? The number, that is x and y, are co-prime. Otherwise, they are not co-prime. So now what happens? As we know that HCF has been called from print function, then there is no need of calling the print function out here. So what happens? What you do over here is, straight away, in this case, just hold on here. In this case, what happens? Instead of writing display function, we will write here, that is print function. Okay, so we will use the function called print. Okay, so now print function is called. So read function, first of all, create an object co-prime, is ob equal to new co-prime, then ob dot read, and then ob dot print. So when you call a print function, automatically HCF function is called. Okay, so this is what we have. So now I'll be solving a few more questions before we move on to the next topic in the next class. Till then, be safe, enjoy your days, and keep watching videos. And if you want to see the notification, for notification, what happens? You can subscribe to the channel there, and then you'll get notification. And if in case you have any problem, don't hesitate to to comment. I appreciate some of you guys are commenting, and I am responding positively in that case. I would be happy to hear from you. Okay, so God bless you all. Be careful.